Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the Panthers Report as we talk all things Florida Tech athletics right here on the Mark Moses Show. We're now going to talk some Florida Tech basketball with their head coach, Will Murphy, who just finished up his first season there with the Panthers. Coach, how you doing today?
Pretty good, Mark. Thanks for having me on.
All right, you guys wrapped up your regular season, did not make the conference tournament. I want to start there, and I know it's a tough question. Are you disappointed that you guys aren't going to be in the postseason this year?
Absolutely. You're in the wrong profession if you're not disappointed. That was a big goal, and it was realistic all the way to the last game of the season. So, yeah, very disappointed.
You guys finished the season 10-18, 6-14 there in conference play. What were your thoughts first year at the helm? You finally finished up. It's been a long year for you. Overall, when you look back at what you saw in year one, what are your thoughts, Coach?
Well, the results aren't the results we want, but there are a lot of positives to take from year one that will help propel us forward to get the results we want in the coming years. I mean, the league's incredible. Learned a lot about the league, but also was able to play and develop a lot of younger guys, more than our competition for sure. That hopefully pays dividends year 2, 3, and 4.
What did you learn about yourself as a head basketball coach? This was your first year, your big break. I know you were excited to do this. What about you as a head basketball coach? What did you take out of this year?
That this is what I want to do for a living. That's what I wanted to be a head coach. Got my opportunity. Stressful, put a lot of pressure on myself. But ultimately very grateful to be here doing what I'm doing. It feels right.
We were talking off air. All right, season came to an end. We're here in March, but it's not like you're going to take a 3-week vacation now. Is this now, especially this offseason, how important is it you guys to recruit, build the team, get ready for next year?
It's incredibly important. And you don't feel good about taking any time off until your team is built for the next season, which really won't occur for the next several months here. Last year got the job in mid-April, so got a later start. So In some ways, this feels like a true full first off season where we get to look at the portal and the high school kids and potential junior college transfers the same time as everybody else does, which I feel like will be a huge advantage. Our season ended on Saturday, and I was in here on Monday watching film of recruits, calling recruits. I actually called 2 recruits within 2 hours of our season ending because I don't want to be 10-18 next year. That doesn't feel good.
What type of athletes are you going to try to recruit? And I get it. Student athletes, they got to go to class, that. But on the basketball court, what do you need when you're looking for these recruits moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's a blend of both sides of the ball. Offensively, we look for unselfish, skilled players that are willing passers of the ball. It helps if they can shoot it, definitely. But more so, it's unselfish, skilled, tough players offensively and defensively. We probably need a little bit more positional size and athleticism. We're probably the most undersized team in the league this year. And so those are kind of 2 areas we'll try to address.
All right, we'll go back to senior day. Okay, I know it was a loss, but it still must have been fun seeing those 4 seniors get their flowers there with their family and friends. How was that part of the experience this past weekend?
Yeah, I'm grateful for those guys because at the end of the day, all 4, the 2 that chose to return and the 2 that we signed as grad transfers, all 4 of those guys, chose to sign up for the unknown. I mean, first year of a program, unknown, that's scary. So really appreciative of them for doing that. And then, I kind of told them after the game that I was sad because they won't get to see, necessarily the fruits of the foundation that they've helped lay here, that some of the other younger guys will get to see the other side, if you will, and they won't. And so that's hard. But yeah, I'm really grateful for those guys. And I feel, I'm disappointed that we couldn't send them out on a win because I felt that was really obtainable. Lynn's obviously a really good team. That was a really obtainable goal. That would have also qualified us for the conference tournament.
I asked this question to your women's coach as well, Riley Ross, who did a great job. They're going to be in the conference tournament. That idea of, all right, so you're there at senior day, you're talking to those players. Did you think about that first conversation you had with them last year? Did you have one of those moments like, where they had to buy into you, play for you this year? Did you start thinking about that reminiscing when you talk to the team?
Yeah, we've kind of, it didn't all necessarily all come on senior night. We've had a few of those moments as the season's progressed, as buy-in has increased, and being grateful for that. But yeah, I mean, we tried to give them their flowers, but you also got to realize you can't play the game too emotional. So
Yeah.
if everybody's all sad, then that's not a good way to go out and play basketball. So it was trying to walk a fine line of them feeling like they got their due and giving them all the appropriate flowers, and then when that's over, trying to be able to flip a script and play a basketball game.
That's a great point. Coach Murphy joining us right now here for the Panthers Report, talking all things Florida Tech basketball. All right, you lose those seniors. You're talking about recruiting. How many spots are you trying to fill this offseason, Coach, to get that new roster?
That's a little bit up in the air. I mean, we'll have end of the season meetings early next week with our team, and we'll ask them their thoughts and give them our vision for the future, and so a little bit of that will be up in the air. We'll definitely add a couple, but it could be anywhere from 2 to 4 depending on how our end of the season meetings go.
Okay, here's what we'll do. I apologize for the question then. All right, I know it's a fluid conversation. I'll get you back on in about a month. Can we do that and get an update to that question?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have. It's hard to answer a question. I don't have a crystal ball yet.
It's okay. All right. I saw a stat also was posted on Instagram with Florida Tech basketball. Did you guys shoot the three a lot and set a record this year? What was going on, Coach?
Okay. Well, actually, I didn't even know that. It's not something that I focus on or think a ton about. I did notice. We ended up leading all of Division II in made threes per game, and our SID, who does a great job, Alex Trepp, he came up and told me that yesterday. So I think we made 11.6 a game, which led all of Division II. I did notice, looking through analytics about partially way through the season, that we were third in Division II in shooting threes, and we were one of only 3 teams that shot more threes than twos, which is more common in Division I than it is Division II, apparently.
So if you're going to play moving forward, in your style of offense, you better be able to hit these jump shots. Is that it?
Yeah. Well, we, analytically try to prioritize the jump shots that are the highest value. But moving forward, we'll construct a team that can maybe be a little bit more balanced than we were this year. But we will always shoot a lot of threes with our style of play.
Okay, here's what I learned today about Coach. He does a great job. I know he's hungry for next season. He's going to have a long off season to get it better in the right direction. I will not follow Instagram for stats. I will text Coach personally. How about that? Is that what it should be?
Yeah. The 2 assistants kind of. I look at analytics a lot, and I'll throw out a random stat every once in a while within our league. Hey, this is the trend in the last 5 games in our league, or this is where, and the 2 assistants kind of make fun of me for that. Coach Avant, Coach Freeze every once in a while, but I do look at them quite a bit.
I don't blame you. I don't. You talk about the conference. You said how hard it was. What really stood out to you when you were taking all these teams all season long?
Well, it was analytically this year in particular, it's by far the best Division II league in the country. And the reason is there were no bad teams. So normally like a couple bad teams that are guaranteed wins, like drag the metrics of the whole league down. So finished the best analytical league in Division II, and because there are really no bad teams. I think, people were counting on us being the guaranteed win this year, and that wasn't the case. And it definitely won't be the case moving forward. So I think the guard play in the league's high level. I mean, coming from a Division I league, and the drop off is really not that much. Yeah, it's several guys in our. I don't want to sell them too hard because I don't want anyone trying to poach the players in our league. But I was really, really impressed with the talent of the leagues as a whole, especially the guard play.
It's interesting you bring that up because I talk to all different levels of college basketball coaches, even for football as well. Is it one of those things where you talk about transfer portal or NIL, one of those things where if a player does perform so well that you do kind of have that fear as a coach, like, oh, they might leave after a while?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, yeah, and everybody handles it different. Like some people put their heads in the sand, some people try to get in front of it and have conversations. And but yeah, that's a reality. And you know, what you hope is that you're in a position to maximize that player's years to produce wins. So the player is helped and your program is helped, even if they do choose to move on at the end of the year. The worst case scenario is, and you see it all the time, where kids put up crazy numbers on bad teams and leave, and then like the program didn't get much out of that. They developed this player and he left and really didn't even contribute to winning on the way out the door. That's when you get burned.
It reminds me of like Kevin Love when he was on the Minnesota Timberwolves, where he's dropping 27 a game. They're winning 20 games a season. I completely understand what you're saying with that.
Yeah, but then Kevin Love ended up being a really good player on the Heat, but he was the third option. So, and significantly suppressed his stats. I mean, that's a
whole other story. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's a real thing too. Is some of the better teams have some really good players that don't get a chance to play a ton at any level of the sport because the guy, hey, you could be really good, but that guy ahead of you is just better.
Okay, so let's go over this real quick, and I appreciate you coming on, Coach. All right, season comes to an end. You're gonna be talking to all your players, recruiting. Will you have any downtime, or is it just going to be nonstop for the next couple of months?
No, there will be downtime, but it probably won't occur till, May or July, or when feel good about the direction of the program and where we are with our team next year. I'd rather grind through it right now and feel better about next Christmas than take time off now.
I agree. Great answer, Coach. Appreciate you coming on. I always love talking basketball with you. Here's what we'll do. Like I said, we'll end today. Come back on when you have an update, and we will talk more about your team for next season. All right?
Sounds great. Appreciate you having me on, Mark.